Welcome to the Age of the Oak, an All Mice Die campaign. This video is for new players to the game and also potentially to the hobby. If you're a returning player, feel free to watch the video, but there's another one for you in the description down below. If you're a new player, but also you're someone who's very familiar with a lot of tabletop role-playing game mechanics, and you want to see if this game is a good fit for you mechanically, well, you can check out the mechanics overview link down below as well. If you've never played a game like this before, trust me, you already know how to play. The core idea is that I'll describe a scene, and then a group of players will get together and think about what they believe should happen next. And then, as a group, we decide. Either we all get to a conclusion that, yeah, that makes sense, and that's what happens next. Or we go, no, that doesn't happen. That doesn't make any sense with what's going on in the world. Or we say, well, that could make sense. We need something to figure out whether it happens or not. That's when we pick up a die and say, okay, evens it happens, odds it doesn't. We roll and we move on. That's it. That's the game. That's the whole thing. There are a lot more rules that get added on top, but if you know that is the basic structure, people are going to be really handy and welcoming in the community to pull you along and to explain everything as you go along. They'll tell you which dice to pick up and what the options are when you get a little confused. That's fine. That's part of the fun of playing the game. The game being open-ended is sort of the point. All of the rules that are here are just to promote whatever kind of niche or aspect we're going to go into. Well, let's talk a little bit about that. I just gave a super basic overview of role-playing games in general, but what is the niche of this game? Well, All Mice Die is a game where you play as a family of mice hidden in a secret world right here alongside our real human normal world. You can talk, wield weapons, cast spells, and you can build society all under the watchful eyes of Alba, the dryad. And we'll hear from her in a minute. The overall goal of the game is to build for the coming winter. All mice know magic dies every winter and is reborn transformed every spring. It's currently spring and the rules are now different, but the core vibe remains the same. Go out, explore, get the goods, make it home alive, and build up for the winter to come. Each session of play in a game like this runs for about 4 hours, and you can sign up for any game that fits your schedule. Maybe this week a game on Tuesday night would work for you. Maybe next week you're busy and you can't make it to a game. And the week after, Saturday really works for you. Great, you can just play on those days. In a lot of other gaming systems or a lot of Dungeons and Dragons style hobbies, you tend to have a normal meeting day that you play together. This isn't one of those games. More than any one game session, this game is about the community at large. And sometimes that's playing All Mice Die. Sometimes it's watching a movie together. The Secret of Nim is a really awesome movie, and it really fits thematically with what we're going for here, so we'll get together in Discord and watch that. And also people will just share pet videos and cool movie quotes and stuff like that. It's a community that you get to meet and see if the vibe fits. You can do that by joining the Discord down below. And if the group seems to be to your liking, you seem to be around a bunch of cool people that then want to play fun games, well, there's the game right there ready to join and play. You can join in on one of the meet and greets. There's a couple of online ones on the Discord, but there's also some that take place physically in person if you happen to be in Louisville, Kentucky. If you prefer to not meet up in a big public space or to not come over to my house or something like that, we can also do one-on-ones. Every time someone joins the campaign, I want them to feel like they are here as an individual, and even though there is a big community around, I want to make sure that each person has a one-on-one character creation session so they can ask whatever questions of me and be able to kind of go along at their own pace. Oh, before I go, one last thing. When you join, it might seem overwhelming at first. There's after-action reports and mission logs and people talking about rule books, and there's an app and there's pictures, and don't worry about reading any of it. Everything you need to play will be covered in that meet and greet or in our one-on-one, which will take about 30 minutes to get all of your characters ready, to answer all of your questions, and get you ready to play. And when I say don't worry about it, I don't just mean that you don't have to do those things. I don't want you to feel like you're missing out or that you're playing on easy mode. That's not the thing at all. What I need you to understand is one of the best things you can do as a brand new player is to not read the story so far. is to not come in with preconceived notions about what happened last season or last year or any of those sorts of things. You can listen and talk to the community and learn stories and stuff, but they kind of get in the way sometimes. People who join these sorts of campaigns, they might feel like, oh, I've got to do all of this homework before I can get to the fun bit, before I can get into joining in the rules. That's not how this game works. You're not going to need to read all the classes or the feats or pick your races or any of that sort of stuff. We'll just get down, roll some dice, and you can go into game. And here is the real juice, the real secret that's important here. The veterans, the people that have been playing this game for a couple of years, they know the most valuable thing a new player can bring in is a completely fresh perspective and an intuitive mind. They know that if they explain the situation to a newcomer and that newcomer asks questions, not only does the act of explaining what's going on help the veterans understand what's going on, and many times they'll interrupt with themselves with, oh, that's why that thing was happening. Actually, we got to go back there. But also, they know that some of the hardest mysteries in this game, some of the weirdest quirks and most difficult things to really process will be unlocked by a new player with fresh eyes asking just the right question at just the right time. So don't worry about getting all the boring stuff out of the way so you can jump in and play. Jump in, see if the community vibes with you. If it does, we'll make some characters real quick, and then you can jump into a game that fits your schedule. Once you get into the games, once you get into the community, all that other stuff, the rules, what is a guardian or a fighter, all of that will come with time. You'll be able to learn and pick it up as we play. So don't worry, kind of jump in and see what's going on. Okay, that being said, sometimes the lore is just fun. Remember that dryad I talked about? Let's hear what she has to say about the age to come.
I am Alba. You do not know me, for I was born in the twilight of the last age. My memory of that time is as a child's dream, but I remember an ancient and terrible evil sought to use my spirit to poison the future with the power of its evil eye. I was as helpless then as you are now. But though the evil had great and terrible forces, a mighty army at its call, and death itself on a leash, he could not claim me. For as the teeth of winter bit down upon the world and the old magic gasped its last, tiny figures stood against him upon my very roots. Tiny figures with great hearts and great courage. By their blood and their sacrifice am I free today. Your people stood with me at the end of their world. Let me stand guard over the future of yours. I vow to offer shelter and succor. Let this age be one of peace, of prosperity, of trust, and of growth. Let this age be the age of the oak.